Throughout human history, questions about the meaning of life, the nature of reality, and the human inner self have always haunted us. Many great philosophers and thinkers have spent their entire lives seeking answers, but few have been able to convey these profound truths in a simple, relatable way like Alan Watts. He was not only a philosopher, but also a masterful storyteller who opened new doors of perception for generations by combining Western intellect with Eastern wisdom. There is an idea that Alan Watts often mentioned, an idea that can completely change the way we perceive reality. It is realizing that life is not an endless struggle to reach some destination in the future, but a piece of music, a dance happening in every present moment. Imagine you are listening to a symphony. As you listen, you do not wait for the final note to sound to feel complete. You enjoy each note, each beat, each melody. Life is the same. It is not a race where the reward lies at a distant finish line. We often get caught up in the whirlpool of later, of goals, achievements, the pressure to become someone, only to forget that the true value of life lies in feeling, being present, and enjoying every moment. One of the greatest illusions of humans, according to Alan Watts, is the notion of the self, that each of us is a separate entity, alone in the vast universe. But he explains that the self is just a concept, a collection of memories, experiences, and images that we attach to ourselves. In reality, we are part of a great flow, inseparable from nature, from the universe. Just as a wave cannot be separated from the ocean, we cannot be separated from the whole of life. If you look at a tree, you might think it stands on the ground, but actually it grows from the earth, is part of the earth, water, air, and sunlight. Humans are the same. We are not small, isolated creatures, but the unique expression of the entire universe. When realizing this, all worries, loneliness, and feelings of separation gradually fade away. We begin to understand that we do not just live in this world, but we are this world, just as each wave is an expression of the ocean. Alan Watts often said, "You do not come into this world, you grow out of it. Just as a leaf grows from a tree, you grow out of this universe." Instead of trying to control everything, you can learn to trust the natural flow of life, letting things happen as they are. Then, instead of living in fear, you will live in harmony and wholeness. Another key idea of his is about time. Many people think that the past and the future are entities existing alongside the present, but in reality, they are just concepts in the mind. The past is only memory, the future is only imagination. All that truly exists is this moment, right now. If you are always focused on the past or waiting for the future, you will miss the greatest gift life offers, the present. When you stop and listen, you will see that everything around, the birds singing, the wind blowing, the light, the beating of the heart, are all miracles. You don't need to look for meaning far away because meaning is present in every ordinary moment. Alan Watts also emphasizes acceptance and letting go. We often try to control and change everything to fit our desires, but the more we resist, the more stressed we become. When you learn to let go and accept things as they are, you will find inner peace. This does not mean becoming passive or neglecting life, but knowing how to flow with it, mastering yourself without being swept away by meaningless worries. One of the most profound lessons from Alan Watts is about humor in the face of life. He believed that the universe is like a great joke, not to be mocked, but to remind us not to take everything too seriously. Look at everything with a smile, a gentle perspective. When you can laugh at yourself, at your mistakes and failures, you will feel much lighter and freer. Finally, remember that reality is not something separate or distant. It is yourself, every breath, every thought, every emotion. The important idea that Alan Watts wants to convey is you do not need to become someone else, nor do you need to go far to find peace, because everything is already within you here and now. When you accept, love, and immerse yourself in life, you will realize that this reality is already perfect as it is. And that is the shift in reality that Alan Watts wanted to convey. To view life as a piece of music, a dance. Enjoy every moment. Recognize the deep connection between you and the universe. Let go of unnecessary burdens and live with a light, open heart. Only then will reality truly change, not externally, but deep within your inner self.